Hello and welcome to the championship round of the Horizontal Hustle, featuring the Husqvarna 50, 51, and 55 Rancher. We have whittled down the competition, leaving just 2 saws to go head-to-head for the championship. The 2 saws up for battle were built by Dino Joe and Brennan Cass. Dino Joe's saw uses a dirt-cheap aftermarket 46mm Husqvarna 55-cylinder and a Meteor brand piston intended for use in a steel 034 chainsaw, which he cut up extensively to lighten. It uses a Chinese-made steel 460 carburetor that is adapted with the use of a custom-built intake block from aluminum. It also has 6 degrees timing advance and an extra-large muffler mod. Brennan's saw utilizes a factory Husqvarna 268 cylinder, which is an open port setup, and for the piston he used a windowed piston from a 266 XP. The carburetor is an HD5 from a steel 039 and a narrowed 357 XP crankshaft complete with stuffers. Now let's get it on and see what these saws can do head to head.
Dino Joe.
All right, here we are again. This is Brennan
Cass, there we go. All right, here we go. The big showdown. Who's gonna win? Both saws just gnawing away at the wood, getting through really quick. Oh, so close. But Brennan takes the win on the smooth glide down the shaft. Here we go for the tug up. Now Joe's saw's already got a little bit of heat in it and it slows down significantly. Boom! There you go. Brennan Cass is your winner of the Horizontal Hustle and the big $400 purse. Dino Joe has a time of 16:50 and Brennan Cass had a time of 15:36. Now let's take a look at the stock saw just to remind ourselves what these saws started at. It's kind of funny seeing that pathetic little stalker just chug away. Look at that, 15:13 on the smooth glide down the shaft. Brennan Cass, his run, both runs combined was just over 15 seconds, so he basically got a 100% power increase or a 100% increase in cut speed. All right, so let's give thanks to everybody and the full stack up here. This is how it is with all 27 entries. Poor Ryan Eckard didn't even finish. That sucks. Now let's go to Boedy and see what he has to say about it. There you have it, folks. The full results of the Horizontal Hustle. Thank you again for everybody that participated. I try to put myself in y'all's position. This must have been so much fun to watch. You know, I mean, seriously, all these different builders going head to head with the same operator in the same chunk of wood. Yeah, you know, somebody had made mention that that someone's wood looked a little bit naughtier than the other. You got to remember, and you know, people just want to make comments, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm not bitching or anything like that. But, you know, just remember, it's nearly impossible to be perfect. I can't see where those knots are. You know, I don't have x-ray vision. I know Captain Chainsaw is a superhero. Yeah. But he doesn't have x-ray vision. He's just extra big and extra strong, and his farts make him fly. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably a blessed person. You're the lucky one. Anyways, yeah, and again, thanks to Life Behind the Axe for sponsoring the event and sending the chains that we could use. Thanks to all the competitors. now I've got to wrap up all these saws and start sending them back. However, we've got a couple little things left still to do. And one of those, I want to open up. I mean, you know, I'm not going to take the cylinder off or anything like that, but I am going to take the top cover off of Corp's saw. Corp placed number 4 out of all these, and I believe he just used a stock open port cylinder, switched out the carb, little things. And so I want to study what he did and present that to you guys, because that saw really run great, and it's strong. It's plenty strong. It competed in the top 4. Holy jeez. So he deserves a little bit of credit for that. I'll think about some sort of thing I can send his way. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's small enough I can just cram down into the box whenever I send his saw back. I'm completely uncertain about that. Got a lot of stuff going through my brain. And we also want to do a fan favorite, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list of some of the saws that I liked. You know, I can't put all 27 up because then the votes get weird and out there. But, you know, like say Matt House's saw. That was a really nice, really clean unit. But he didn't place in the top 4. He's, you know, no chance. He's not even getting a back rub from Soft Hand Steve. Richard Flagg's going to get the back rub from Soft Hand Steve, buddy. I'm going to make sure and lean in close and smell his hair. And but you know, Matt did a great job. It's a really great build. So did Garrett's, and I think I said his was 65 cc's. Now it's 66.7, so it's more like 67 cc's. Those are just 2 of the ones that I have that's like off the top of my head that deserve some credit. Probably TW's as well. TW's ran really well, and it's a build that people could do for themselves. I think mostly. But yeah, I'll do I'll give you a list of say 4 different saws, maybe 5, and I'll let you guys vote on who deserves a little consolation prize because they built a cool saw and you liked watching it. It did well. It ran well. Stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, that's it. You know, we're done with the horizontal hustle. And I guess I should use this opportunity right now to tell you what the next hustle is going to be. I've made hints to it about it. And but yes, I am going to choose. And this isn't the grand video that you'll get and stuff, but this gives you guys time to start thinking of stuff. Yeah, I am going to choose the Zenoa clone. You can get them in 46, you can get them in 50 cc, you can get them in like 54 cc, 58 cc. The claims from the Chinese market is you can get them in, 52, 58, 62 cc's. And anyways, but I'm going to go about this differently. This is not the rules that I'm throwing out here. Okay. This is not the rules, but this is going to give you a good idea of what you can do with one of these, right? And don't ask me where you can get one of these, which model, and blah, 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 blah. Because honestly, if you can't figure it out, then maybe this competition isn't for you. All right. So this is the original. All right. Now, the fact that it says Weimars, it means nothing. But this is the original Chinese clone chainsaw. That's the one that set the world on fire. Did it set the world on fire? I don't know. That's a stretch. But it really brought about this whole new market of Chinese-built chainsaws that had cloned a previously existing chainsaw that had done well on the market. And it is the Zenoa what they call the G5200, all right, in all of its different variations, all right. So it's going to be one of those, and you can do anything you want to it. Like I said, this isn't throwing out the rules, but I'm going to be excessively loose on this one. Excessively loose. Now, I might make it so that you have to use the stock cylinder, right? But you can use any one of the stock cylinders. I don't care if it's 50 cc or a true 62 cc. If you want to, just as long as it's one of those stock cylinders that bolts on the way that it's supposed to bolt on. Aside from that, if you want to run alcohol, send it with the saw, and I'll run it. I'm also going to open up the chains as well. You can do whatever the hell you want to the chains. If you want to run an expansion chamber pipe, all right, I'm going to really leave this one wide open, and there will be some little rules in there. I'll decide on that. What needs to happen and stuff, because I like to guide it in a direction to where you don't have to have a machine shop in order to be competitive. And so like what Brennan did was awesome, but who can turn down a crank? I mean, so I might lead the challenge to where you can't do anything to the bottom end. I don't know. Put your suggestions. All right. Seriously, if you want to see this completely, I don't care. Put a 3120 top end on that thing. Let me know. All right. The inherent problems with this chassis though is the clutch, and more than just the clutch, but if you build a lot of power, you're probably going to burn up that clutch. So the idea of making it 70 plus cc's might not be the right way to go anyways. It might work against you because all that power is just going to burn up your clutch. Might twist that crank. The cranks are made out of butter probably. So I just imagine them smelting the iron and they're like throwing in a whole bunch of butter. We're making cranks for Chinese clone saws. But yeah, like I said, this isn't the rules, so it doesn't matter. But that is the saw that we're going to use, and I am going to be very, very loose on what you can run. Very, very few rules. One thing is for certain, you will run whatever chain you pack in that box and bar, right? Because I had so much problem swapping out the bars, right? We're going to go for smaller wood. So like if you had like a 16-inch bar, that would be perfect, and whatever chain you want to put on there. If you want to run a 3/8 low profile chain, run it. If you want to run one of those damn quarter whatever they are, a .043 nano cut chain, I don't care. Whatever you pack in that box is what the saw is going to run, because I want to get the saws this time a full week early. That way I can fuel them up, I can oil them up, I can throw the bar and chain on there, and I can have that saw ready to cut the day of the event. So I'm not going to fumble through like we did in this event. Growing pains, we all go through them. But yeah, I'm extremely excited about the building one of these. I've already started on one, and here's the deal. You look at this one. This one looks brand new, right? It is. I just got this yesterday in the mail. It was the last one I saw on Amazon that had the old school plastic look, and my other one, this is a 6220, just like what I already had, and my other one I had already cut on the cases and stuff because I was trying to make a 254 cylinder go on there. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that or not, but yeah, I like that saw so much that I was like, before they're all gone, I'm going to buy another. And so, yeah, am I excited about building out one of these? Absolutely, rootin' tootin'. I think they're great. I mean, I'm not going to recommend them for somebody that's doing forestry work or I don't know, felling big, huge aspens. What are the big trees? I don't even know. Big cedars and stuff out in the Pacific Northwest. Big Doug firs. No. But for a dude that just has to cut some firewood, shit, man, I think they're great. And now different models suck less than others. I've found that Weimars is pretty good solid saw. Versus, like, I got a Couture. Oh, God, that thing was a piece of trash. It just felt, oh, God, it was awful. So, anyways, I hear the Salem Master is really good. And if I wasn't able to get another Weimars, I probably would have gotten the Salem Master. It had a lot of people talk about how it's the best of these Zenoa clones. Whatever. This video's been long enough. Congratulations to our big champion, Brennan Cass. Congratulations to number 2, Dino Joe. Congratulations to number 3, Richard Flagg. And congratulations to number 4, Corey Corp. He was the Cinderella story. Oh, Cinderella. Anyways, that's enough. Talk to you guys later.